Wahoo, and welcome to another episode of Nothing Is Real with me, Marc Cornaz. Hey, we've made it to episode 2. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has listened to the first episode. I've got some real nice feedback. I was real scared. Told some pretty personal stuff, some pretty heavy stuff, but yeah, thank you so much for the feedback. Now we're on episode 2. Welcome. Woohoo. I hope everyone's feeling good. I hope everyone feels fulfilled, comfortable, and warm. That's always a good feeling, eh? Just that feeling in between, like being cold and being hot, being warm. Nothing beats it, bro. Warm cup of tea, a warm soup. I guess you don't really want liquids too warm, though. Some people like liquids warm. Some people like liquids hot. I like a hot chocky, warm. I like a warm chocky. But yeah, bro, I hope you're feeling warm, eh? I hope you're feeling nice and warm inside and just good. My week's been pretty good. I've got a new housemate. That can be pretty tricky sometimes, eh, bro? Living with just a complete stranger you never met before. He's in the other room right now. Just sitting there. I told him I've got to do this, so he's got to go in the other room, so he's just sitting there. I think he's got a TV in there, bro. But yeah, man, new housemate. It's wild, bro. I've been living out of home since I was 15. 15 years old, man. And I have lived with so many different types of people, bro. I've lived with friends. I've lived with girlfriends. I've lived with strangers. I've lived in the back of a truck, bro. I lived in the back of a truck, like a house-moving truck. This was in New Zealand. And we used to score weed off this lady. And she just had like a old furniture removing truck that was in like her backyard. And I think we just must have convinced her to live in it. And there was 4 of us. We're probably like, in our teenage years, but we ended up building, so we put a couch in there. We could fit a couch and 3 beds. And we built like a bunk bed, and we had a big screen TV in there and a PlayStation, and we'll just play PlayStation and get high in this like small truck. And we would have so many people come over, bro. I remember we'd have like 20 people on this one truck, and it was when I was working at KFC at the time. And the KFC I worked at, bro, had no cameras or anything. So I used to take rubbish bags, bro. Just so much chicken back home. I used to take it to parties. I used to swap it for marijuana. I remember one time I went to this dealer and I took two rubbish bags, bro. 2 rubbish bags full of cooked chicken. And I was just like, hey, 1 o'clock in the morning, saw my dealer. And I was just like, hey, I've got no cash, but I've got 2 big bags of Kentucky Fried Chicken, can I please get some weed? And I remember she was just like, oh, this is like perfect timing. She's like, it's my granddaughter's birthday tomorrow morning, so we'll be able to chuck some KFC on the table. So it was a win-win. Win-win for me, bro. But yeah, back of the truck was fun. I remember we had this guy come over a lot. And he was a little bit weird. Everyone's a little bit weird, bro. And he never really smoked weed, and we peer pressured him to smoking weed one time, and he like pretty much had like an exorcism, I remember the bro was just like, we had to put him outside the truck, and he was just like, and we just ignored him, we carried on playing Crash Bandicoot, and then he just disappeared, bro, and we thought maybe like his mum might have come and got him or something like that, bro, but we found out it was actually the pastor of the church came and picked him up, bro, and took him back to the church and just, forgive me for my sins, I don't know. Forgive me for my sins, Father, I have smoked too much weed. Forgive me, Father, for I have smoked too much weed, marijuana. You can never smoke too much weed though, eh? But yeah, bro, before I moved out of home, though, because I moved out of home when I was 15, I grew up in this town called Wahoo, which is which is like an hour out of Auckland, but I was born in Auckland, Middlemore Hospital. Auckland's like one of the major cities in New Zealand. And then we lived in this area called Mount Eden, in Auckland for about 3 years, and then we moved to Waiuku, which is a little town, an hour out of Auckland. And it's really cool because Waiuku's got, like, in New Zealand, I think other countries have them, but in New Zealand, the west coast beaches are all like black sand, and it's amazing, bro. And it's so hot. It's very hot. You gotta really be you gotta be really, really, really quick on that sand. I'm having a stroke. But yeah, bro. And I went to this little primary school called Sandspit Road School, and it was back when my primary school had no uniform. They only introduced uniforms, I remember, when I left. But my primary school went from year 1 to year 8, and it was the best 8 years, bro. And because my primary school was real close to a beach, Sandspit Beach, and sometimes we'd go down to the beach at lunchtime after school, and I used to walk home from school and stuff, and that was real cool. I used to walk home with all my mates. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I used to walk home when I lived. But yeah, bro, but growing up in Waiuku was real cool because I remember I got into, like, theatre and stuff like that. That was real cool. And then when I was 13, we decided to move to Waihi. My parents had a business in Waiuku, though, that was called Wild Kiwi, which they sold, like, furniture and stuff. But yeah, bro, I remember moving. It's crazy moving towns when you're like 13, man. It was a strange time. I think my parents, I feel like my mum feels like it was a bad decision to move from Waiuku to Waihi. But I don't think so, I think it made me who I am. And it's funny because I reckon I would have gotten to... When I left Waiuku, right, I went back there like a few years later, and just all my mates... Just a few of my mates. I don't think they are anymore, and I don't judge you, but they were smoking meth, and I was just like, man, if I was still hanging out with these bros, I probably would be fucking on the pipe too. Fucking let's go. But yeah, moved to Waihi, which is an even smaller town than Waiuku, and that was wild, bro, because like I had to because I made like a friends group and everything in Waiuku, and then I just had to start fresh, bro. And 13 years old, 14, just didn't know who I was yet. And I was starting this high school where this high school started at year 7, so they already had a couple of years ahead of me to like form relationships and cliques and everything like that, bro. And it was hard, man. And I've always felt like really comfortable around women. So when I first went to Waihi College, I just would hang out with the girls because I felt comfortable about that. But then everyone would tease me and call me a big old homo. Why is he hanging out with the girls? Bro, I'm doing some work here, man. I'm laying some foundation. Actually, I'm just being close to someone who makes me feel safe. So that was wild, bro. But Waihi's a weird town, man. Waihi has I had like the biggest gold mine in New Zealand or something. It's a huge gold mine. And in Waihi, all you do, bro, is you either work at the gold mine, become a builder, or you just become like an alcoholic or something like that. I don't know. There's nothing going on in that town. It's like 2 gas stations, 1 high school. And yeah, man, used to just run amok around the streets of Waihi with the boys. Got into drinking really early, Got into drinking at like 14 with my friend Calum. He was the first person I ever got drunk with. And we had some of his... Bro, I used to get drunk. I'm so sure... I don't know if this is like a New Zealand thing, but homebrew, bro. I remember so many of my mates would just get drunk on homebrew for the first time. And homebrew is like the strongest alcohol, man. But yeah, I remember the first time getting drunk, it was at Waihi Beach. And just threw up all over the floor at my mate's place, and his dad was there. And I remember him making me clean it up. But we had such a wild night, bro. Such a big night. So bad to be drinking at the age of 14, especially homebrew. Just cooking the brain, Just everything's not working up there, bro. But yeah, it was cool. I think My favourite times about Waihi was about the bush. There was a lot of bush. There was a lot of beach. The beach was really easy access. And it was okay. Got a weird feeling since I left Waihi. Because I left Waihi to go to Australia. And the last time I went back was for Dane's funeral. And I think it just left a real weird taste in my mouth, man. I never enjoyed living in Waihi. I don't regret it. I didn't want to stay in Waiuku. But got to meet Dane. It was pretty cool. I've still got other mates I talk to in Waihi. But a lot of the good ones have moved away. Have moved out of that town. But yeah, bro, that's just life, eh? You just keep on moving. You just keep on traveling. Just keep on living in different places, you know? But yeah, episode 2, bro. Welcome. I've got to make it to 135 episodes. All right, that's the goal so far. It's to make it to 135 episodes. And the reason is I was doing some research and I was like typing the title of the show into like YouTube and like Apple iTunes and Spotify. And there's another podcast called Nothing Is Real. But it's called Nothing Is Real, a Beatles podcast. So there's another podcast called Nothing Is Real, but it's a podcast about the Beatles, but they've only got 134 episodes, right? And they haven't dropped anything since the start of this year. So I think the podcast is over. So if I can they've got 134. If I can just do 135, I win. But yeah, but shout out to the bros. If you ever see this, hello. It's not a competition. Just unfortunately got the same name. I think they got, because there's a song, or like there's a Beatles song that's just like, nothing is real. Hey Ringo, we're just 4 boys in a band. We didn't know we'll change the world. Really, really bad Beatles impression. But yeah, bro, we'll make it to 135, and I hope that you can come along with me with this journey, bro. Yeah, man. Life's crazy, bro. Life's crazy. Things are real. Things aren't real. What's real, bro? I met someone last year that I thought wasn't going to be real, and was probably one of the most real people I have met, bro. And that was Post Malone. So random, bro, meeting Post Malone. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, so last year, Post Malone was over here for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was opening for them, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, bro. If you know me, I love the Peppers, bro. I love the Peppers. Be my favorite band forever, Red Hot Chili Peppers. But they released their tour last year, and what was extra special about this is they had their old guitarist John Frusciante back in the band. And if you don't know the Chili Peppers, John Frusciante first joined the band for Mother's Milk, did Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Californication, By the Way, Stadium Arcadium. I'm probably forgetting some other ones, but just some of their best albums, bro, for me. And I got to see them a few years ago. I was probably like 6 or 7 years ago in New Zealand, but they had this other guitarist who was filling in for a bit. But yeah, they were coming with the original guitarist, and I was like, woohoo, I've got to go see the Chili Peppers, but I couldn't get tickets, bro. I just could not get tickets. And I was so gutted. I was so sad. And I was trying not to think about it, bro, because I was real depressed about it. And then the morning of the concert, right, I wake up and I get a message from a friend who I haven't talked to in a while, and they message me at like 3 a.m, and they're like, hey, I've just had a massive fight with like one of my siblings or whatever. She was supposed to go to the concert with me, had a fight, she's bailed out. Do you want to come with me? And I was just like, bro, yes. And I messaged her back, and she didn't message me back for ages, bro. And I was like, I was so anxious because I was like, I just want to know if I'm going to this concert. And then she messaged me and she's like, we're going to this concert. And I was just like, bro, so happy. So I meet up with her, we go to a hotel, and she had like a massive night. the previous night, right? Because she had a fight with her sister or whatever, and she's feeling a bit hungover and stuff. Totally cool, fair enough. We've all been there. We get to it's at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, massive, bro. End up getting there. We get up right up the front, man, and I'm just so happy, bro. Right up the front, and Post Malone opens the show, and was never a fan of Post Malone, bro. Like I've never liked his music. Just wasn't my style, bro. Just thought like he was a little bit cringe and whatever. And then he performed, bro. He opened for the Chili's, and it was just so cool. It was just so sick. Like he was just like a rock star. And I was watching, and I was just like, this is pretty cool. And he was being real funny too. He was doing like real funny dance moves, having like a bit of a boogie on stage. And I was just like, this fella's not too bad. And then the Chili's came on, and it was just mayhem, bro. You know, first song, just started crying straight away. I know that's gay, but I don't care. But bro, the Chili's start getting into it, and we get into the third song, and my friend, she looks at me and she goes, "Hey, I'm about to have the biggest panic attack. I need to get out of this. I need to get out of this mosh pit." And we're right up the front, bro, and the Chili's have just like the third song in, and I'm like, I can't leave this person on their own. Like there's like 60,000 people in the stadium, bro. No reception, and I was just like, all right, I'll come with you. Maybe she'll only be feeling like this for a little bit, but I'll come with you. And we go, and they're like, I need to get fully out. I need to fully get out of the stadium because I'm gonna like throw up. I'm having a huge panic attack. So we fully get out of the station, fully get out of the stadium, and yeah, we just, we can't go back in. I can hear the Chili Peppers playing, and I'm just like, this is, I was like, at least I got to go for free. I got to go to free, and I'm being a good person right now. I'm looking after my friend. And yeah, bro, I could just hear them playing all their bangers, and I'm like sitting outside on the grass. It's all good. I kind of wish I stayed, bro. I'll be honest. They're a big girl. They could have looked after themselves. But that's just life, bro. But this is the magical thing. So we went back to our hotel and stuff, and then the next day I had work, and I went to work, and then my friend messaged me being like, "Hey, still feeling pretty fucked. Are you able to come to the airport with me? Just for like company and stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So I go to the airport with her, and I drop her off to her gate. That's all good. And then I'm walking out of the airport, bro. This is Brisbane Airport, walking out. And I just look up, and it's just me, bro. It's like a quiet afternoon, and I just see Post Malone just walking towards me with one other lady. And I'm just like, what the heck? And I'm just like, Post Malone. And he's like, yeah, bro. And I call myself Mark the Shark, and I'm just like, bro, I'm Mark the Shark. And he's like, cool. And yeah, and I was just like, bro, I saw you last night, like open for the Chili's. It was real cool. And he's like, yeah, man, thank you. And yeah, I shook his hand and stuff, and then I was just like, where are you heading to now, bro? And he's like, oh, I'm heading to Sydney. And I was just like, this is so cool. And I was just like, can I grab a photo? Got a photo, and he was real nice, bro. And like every time he would like answer a question or say something to me, bro, he would like put his hand on my back and like lean in and like talk to me, bro. And I'll be honest, bro, I thought he was going to smell like peanut butter crumpets, but the bro smelled amazing. And he was wearing like a 2-piece pajama set with like Crocs. And he was just super nice, bro. And he was just by himself. And I was just like looking around, like, can anyone else see Post Malone right now? Like he's like pretty easy to spot out of a crowd. And yeah, I felt amazing. And even though like I wasn't a huge fan in general, bro, like when I was getting the photo, because I got a selfie, I put it up, I was like shaking, eh? Have you ever done that before, bro? When you like get a photo with someone you're a fan of, and you just hands start shaking, and they know your hand's shaking, and you just can't stop it. But that was cool. And yeah, but he just seemed real, bro. He just seemed just like a real nice guy, eye contact. And I thought, out of everyone, bro, I thought he wouldn't be real, or at least be like a little bit of a dick. But he wasn't. And now I'm a big fan. And now he's doing like country music and stuff, which is pretty cool. I think Yeah, and his teeth, bro. I think he's got titanium teeth, or is that Kanye? It's pretty cool though. So he was a really, really guy. He was a really real guy. You know, there's a few people out there. You know, a few people that are real famous. That can be real. There's a bit of stuff going on with Dave Grohl at the moment. I've been a big fan of Dave Grohl. He's a funny man. You know, drummer of the Foo Fighters, which is pretty cool. Not drummer, sorry. Lead guitarist, lead singer of Foo Fighters, or creator Foo Fighters, was the drummer of Nirvana, which is real cool. But yeah, bro, he's just recently got himself in a little bit of trouble, apparently. He admits to cheating on his wife recently, and he's got a baby that's been born, or which is on the way. And it's crazy because, like, I find it so real, so, like, really weird that, like, everyone's just like, I can't believe, like, he'll cheat on his wife and, like, cheat on his kids. How could he? You know, he's got such a lovely family. I get that, bro, but this is Dave Grohl, bro. He's one of the world's biggest rock stars. He was the drummer for Nirvana. So what do you expect, bro? Like, this is what the thing is about celebrities, and like, I know it's not good, bro. It's never good to do naughty stuff. But there's people like, I saw P Diddy thing. Everyone's like, oh, how could he do all these, like, people are like, oh, how does he do all these disgusting things? And like all these celebrities that get into like drinking children's blood and all that kind of stuff, and the Jeffrey Epstein. I think it gets to a point, bro, like with me, bro, what gets me off is a sunny morning, right? Sunny morning and getting my laundry on the line in time. I'm just like, fucking wahoo. This is good. My laundry's going to be dried. You know, that's how exciting my life is at the moment. I hope it gets a little bit more exciting, but not as exciting as P. Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein, because their life, bro, you get so fulfilled with just like sex, drugs, alcohol. Everyone's saying yes, bro, and you get to have things that us people, bro, will never get to experience, and your need, bro, to get more out of stuff, bro, to get more of a high, and just to feel that fulfillment, bro, and to feel real, just extends to a point where you have to start drinking children's blood. And it doesn't, like, when I see something like, oh, Dave Grohl cheated on his family, bro, I'm just like, well, yeah, he's had the best of the best, bro. And what's gonna stop you at the end of the day? Having so many people say yes to you, people hands shaking when they get a photo with you. So it's just like, yeah, he's a rock star, bro. He cheated on his wife. What do you expect? But this is like a recent video of him walking with his wife, bro, and I just like it because, like, just the way he's holding a cigarette, bro. The way the way he's holding a cigarette, and you can just tell, bro, he's just so pissed off in this video, and I just think it's real funny. So let's just have a little look. Bro, you know someone's pissed off when they got the cigarette in their mouth, and they're just waiting to grab it, bro. Like, you watch, bro, he's fucking pulling this thing back, bro. You look. It's got the old cobra hand going there, bro. It looks like he's waiting for like a paparazzi to go up to him and just be like, bah! Get away from me, bro. Da! Look at that hand, bro. That was a pretty long drag, bro. That was like a 15-second drag on that durry. He's looking at the camera, bro. I love this shit. You guys know each other, right? Bruh, so he lit up so he was walking across the road, right? And he sees the paparazzi coming up. So he's like, I've got to light this cigarette up or else someone's going to lose their head. So he's lit up a whole cigarette and now he's hopping in the car. That's not a very rock star looking car, my bro. Bro, let's watch that one more time, man. Look at him. So why'd you cheat on your wife and kids, Dave? Dave, are you gonna like are you gonna release like photos of the baby and stuff, Dave? There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. Na, 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 na. There goes my hero. It sucks how you just can't, like, just... These guys, you should be able to spit on paparazzi, eh? You should be able to do a big old loogie. But yeah, bro, apparently his wife and kids are going to stay with him, I guess, because he's got heaps of money. Yeah, bro, Dave Grohl, eh? Well, good luck with everything, brother. You'll work it out. That's what happens, bro. Get too big. Life doesn't become real anymore. You know? But yeah, man, worked over this week. I do this, got a little bit of part-time work that I do, and it's for the AFL. Got a panel, the AFL. I used to work, I do a bit of radio work, a bit of audio work, and sports aren't real, bro. What's going on with the sports? Never been a big fan of sports, man. Nah, okay. Not a big fan of rugby or rugby league. Love the Olympics, man. I think the Olympics is real cool. But, so over the weekend, there's a sport called AFL, right, which is Aussie rules. It's a game that Australia made up, right? And it's got heaps of weird, different rules. It's not like rugby union. It's not like rugby league. They've got like the field's like a big oval. The ball's a bit different. All the players are a lot more taller. And they've got to bounce the ball every 5 steps or something, bro. But I've got to go into this like little studio for work, and I've got to make sure there's commentators commentating the game live, and I've got to make sure it goes to air. So I'm sitting in this box, just listening, bro, and I have no idea what's going on, bro. AFL is such a weird... It's so strange, bro, how, like, men, right? And I've always felt this strange. I've always felt this is strange because, like, a lot of my life growing up, bro, I've been I'm a bit of a, some people may say flamboyant or whatever, bro. But I've been pretty comfortable with who I am. And, like, a few times, bro, people have like, assumed I'm gay or called me a homo or whatever like that, bro. And, like, it always come from people, bro, who, like, love watching rugby, bro, or play sports, bro, and are, like, really deep into it, bro. Like, they're balls deep into the sport. And I find it interesting, bro, because, like, you're just kind of, like, watching a younger, better version of yourself play a sport which you never got the opportunity to get as far as you wanted, right, to play this sport, bro. So you're wearing this jersey with, like, some fella's number or name on it, you know? And I find that pretty gay, bro. You know? I find that pretty gay. I find it pretty gay that you're at a stadium with a whole bunch of fellas, right? And you're drinking, you're drunk, and your team is lost and you guys are crying. Gay. Wahoo. So yeah, bro, AFL, it's a weird sport, man. But I guess everyone's got to have their tribe or something they got to connect to, bro. And I think that's why, like, because when you see like AFL fans, rugby union fans, or rugby league fans, they're all the same, bro. All the same demographic. And everyone has their tribe. Like, my tribe's comedy and music. And I guess, like, a little bit of fucking meditation and yoga. But, like, they pretty much look the same, bro. It's like they all come out of the same factory. But, I don't know, bro. It's a weird sport, and I think it's really gay. I think AFL is really gay. But, for those of you who have never seen the sport, I'm just going to play, like, a little clip here. This is like one of the recent games. Like, I have no idea what's going on, bro. Like, you'll look at this. Maybe you can help me in the comments. Tell me what I don't even know what teams are playing, bro, or what the score is. So yeah. Oh, I think someone's scored a try. Yep. So yeah, that's it, bro. That looks like maybe a grand final or something like that. Maybe it's a grand final. I have no idea. So silly, bro. So silly. Bit of stuff happening in space at the moment too, eh? Always something happening in space. You been looking at that moon, bro? You been observing that moon lately? The big old moon. I look at the moon every night, eh? Most nights I look at the moon. Just waiting for it to turn off for a bit. I'm surprised they haven't had any casualties with, I don't know. But I guess that's something that we don't know, bro. But yeah. Do you think the moon's real? Do you think the moon's real, bro? People get really annoyed when I talk about this kind of stuff, eh? If I ask I tell them I don't think the moon's real. Because, bro, have you ever met anyone who's been to the moon? No? Okay. Well, there's only been like a few people who have been to the moon. Yeah, but have you met someone who knows someone who's been to the moon? Well, no, only because there's only been like a few people. Well, yeah, but do you know someone who knows somebody that knows somebody that's gone to the moon, bro? Nah. Oh, true. Yeah, but there's footage of it and stuff, bro. Like, there's heaps of footage of the moon. We haven't been there for a while. What, like 60 years, 80 years, 70 years since we've been to the moon? Something like that. We don't need to. We just go we just go to the moon one time. We don't go again. We go to the moon one time. We'll take some real bad footage. And then we'll just have that footage hanging around for the rest of life, you know. If anyone wants to know what it's like to what it's like to walk on the moon, we have this footage that we filmed on a potato. And you can look at it, bro. Oh, the moon's not real. Bro, what is going on with the moon, eh? Got this conspiracy, bro, and I've always had this conspiracy about like how space is not actually what we think it is, you know? Because like every photo and footage that we see that comes from space, bro, is either from SpaceX or like NASA. And those are like the only two main companies that we see photos and videos. So like, how do we know that they're not? I'm going to sound like a tripper right now. But how do we know that they're not real? How do we know they're real? You know what I mean? We've got so much technology now, bro. We can do so much things. Like if you've got a bad belly, if your tummy's not working properly, bro, you can get someone else's poo, if they've got good poo, and put it inside your belly, bro, and your belly will just start being good again. So why can't I see what's on the moon, bro? Why isn't there like why isn't there a live stream camera so I can just look at the moon's surface? Surface. Surface. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know whether you think the moon's real or not, but apparently they're going to start building stuff on the moon. They're going to start building a Nando's or something like that. But let's look at some footage now, bro. Let's just look at the first. This is like one of the first moon landing like footage, and I think it's with Neil Armstrong. Let's have a look.
Stage pushed. Engine arm is S. Okay, I'm going to get the pro. 99, proceeded. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector good.
No, it's taken off.
Side. Pitch over.
Come on, bro.
Here you have good thrust.
Come on, bro.
Okay, 30
Like, are you
seconds.
serious?
308 your number.
Bro, we're so,
Coming through
like-
1,500 feet, and H dot looks good.
Like, we are so just blind, bro. Let's have a look at this.
2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Skip through a little bit. 40 seconds. See, that's the surface of a potato, bro. Just took a real close photo of a potato. Yeah, bro, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Because you would think, man, right now, we would be living on the moon, or at least there'd be like a theme park, or you could like just go there and take a poo. Pay like $50,000 and just, bro. I think I would love to sit on the moon and take a poo while looking at the Earth. Imagine just how the kind of perspective you'd get, you know, looking at the whole world, bro, looking at the world, the globe, and seeing all us on it like bacteria, and you're just taking a real nice poo. But yeah, but this is what trips me out, bro. So I was looking at all this stuff. I was trying to gather as much footage as I can of people on the moon, bro, and there's just nothing. And they recently landed on the moon, not humans, but like a spaceship and stuff, bro. And we'll watch this video now. And this is what they always do. It trips me out. They always have like animations and stuff. They don't show the real footage. And like, bro, I ordered off Temu, right? You know the site Temu. I ordered this thing, bro, that I can put inside my ear, and I can see the inside of my ear, bro. And you can't take a camera up to the fucking moon and strap it to a spaceship or something, bro? Strap it to a monkey? I don't know. But yeah, this is like the most recent footage of the moon. Let's have a look.
For the first time in more than 50 years, a spacecraft from the United States has touched down on the moon. This is the first moon landing since NASA's Apollo missions. Howard Monroe has an inside look at this mission. Hey, Howard.
Hey, Jim. It's also the first ever lunar.
Yeah, so this is the first moon landing since the Apollo missions, which is like back in like the 60s and 70s, bro. So why has it been that long? There's so much stuff has happened in between that. I sound like a crazy conspiracy. Why hasn't they gone back to the moon? We've had world wars, we've had plagues.
Landing by a private company. All of this coming to a spectacular finish at about 6:30 last night.
What we can confirm, without a doubt, is our equipment is on the surface of the moon, and we are transmitting.
Nearly 55
Bro, what's going on there with that footage?
years after Neil Armstrong took one small step for man, a private U.S. company has taken one
Just
giant...
set up a camera, bro.
Nearly 55...
Clapping for nothing. Clapping about nothing.
Years after Neil Armstrong took one small step for man,
Oh, yeah, but they've got old footage, bro. We'll just show the old footage. And you just, like, kind of pretend. Like, you could, even though it's a bit grainy and, like, you can't really see it, just squint your eyes and you should be able to figure out what the moon's like, bro.
a private U.S. company has taken one giant leap for commercial space exploration.
Ignition and liftoff.
Intuitive Machines launched the unmanned Odysseus on February 14th after a 620,000
See, none of this is real footage of the moon.
mile journey.
This is the only thing I could find. One of them. If you're listening or watching and you know, if you have any like more recent moon footage, please let me know, bro. Leave it in the comments because, like, I don't know.
On the moon Thursday night.
We've been going to the moon for a while, and we need to continue to.
Odysseus
Who's that? Who are you, bro? We've been going to the moon for a while, and that's it. Have we? Have we been going to the moon for a while, bro?
Odysseus is about the size of a phone booth. It landed on the moon's south pole.
So it's the little spaceship rocket thing that they landed on the moon was about as big as a telephone booth, apparently, right? You could put a camera on that.
It's an area of the moon that none of the Apollo missions landed on. It carried less than 300 pounds of cargo, including 6 instruments for NASA.
Which none of them were a camera.
The goal now is to see if
One of those items was a banana.
there is water in the form of ice.
This is quite an emotional feeling to be here.
NASA paid in
To be where, bro? It's quite emotional to be here. You're just emotional, bro, because you know that you're lying through your teeth.
Intuitive Machines $118 million for this mission.
Whoa! $118 million. Whoa!
Other private companies have attempted to complete the mission, but none of them landed on the moon until Thursday night, making this a giant leap for further moon exploration.
This is a small little company trying to do something that is very bold.
And that giant leap is, of course, a reference to Neil Armstrong's famous quote when he landed on the moon all the way back in 1960.
Really? Scooby-Doo-Doo? Yeah, that's sus. So it's a private company too, which is even more sus. Yeah, bro. Do I sound crazy? I don't know, man. It just does not make sense. I just, like, it's for me, bro. It's just like, it's just like simple as just getting a GoPro and just. But yeah, I reckon what do you reckon they got on there? I reckon they've got. I don't even think it exists, bro. I honestly don't think it. I think the moon is physically not there. But I'm crazy. You know, nothing's real, bro. You gotta question everything, bro, because we've always been told the moon's real. But yeah, SpaceX did their first civilian spacewalk or something, bro. But I'm just looking at this footage too. One more video, and then we'll get off this space conspiracy, okay? But yeah, this is recently the first spacewalk. But just look at this, bro. Just look at how. Just have a look with me.
Billionaire businessman Jared Isaacman is stepping out of the capsule. It is historic. It is SpaceX's riskiest mission yet, as the astronauts test out a new line of spacesuits. Now, Isaacman was conducting suit mobility tests while the spacecraft flew over Australia and Antarctica. What a beautiful view.
See, well, it just looks like an action figure there, or like a G.I. Joe that's just like. See, so they can do that, right? But they can't do that on the moon.
View that he has got there. And also on board this Polaris crew is Scott Patel.
I reckon that kind of stuff would change you, though. I was thinking about this, like, yeah, being able to see the Earth from a whole distance and being able to be like, man, we're just parasites. We're just parasites going along. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Let's get off this topic. The moon isn't real. Who knows, bro? I would love to hear your opinions on it, eh? Leave it in the comments if you want. I know I sound crazy. But, bro, you've got to question everything, bro. You've got to absolutely question everything. Got to question it. Because if you don't, you're just going to... If you don't question it, you're just going to go ahead and do it. We've got to look after ourselves, man. We're so conditioned and so used to just like being told information and just accept it. Because that's how we like get, like that's how we get taught, like when we're growing up. Is when like an older figure or someone, a respected figure tells you something, bro. Just got to believe it. I guess you don't. We do have the choice, but usually it's like, yeah, you know, if someone says that, we should probably go and do that, you know? Like politicians and stuff, bro. Who are these politicians? Who are these fellas? Bro, to become a politician... Like, I think I'm pretty crazy for wanting to become a comedian. But, you know, I'm going to be one of the most successful comedians ever. I'm going to be one of the most successful podcasters ever. But to think, like, for someone to be like, I want to be a politician and I'm going to fucking run this whole joint. I'm going to show these motherfuckers what's going on, brother. But I've met a few Australian politicians. They're I guess they're the same as any other politicians, eh? But I met a few. There's some pretty funny ones. Some pretty racist ones. But one of my favourite Australian politicians, right? And yeah, one of my favourite Australian politicians is Bob Katter. Mr. Bob Katter. And I think he does a lot of work for Queensland. I think he lives up like far north Queensland. Does a lot of work for the farmers, right? Just a bloody true blue Aussie man. This guy, Bob Katter. And the reason I like him, bro, is because he just kind of says whatever he wants, bro. Like whatever comes to the mind, he will just say it. You know? And this is one of my favourite videos of Bob Katter. So let's check it out, bro.
I mean, you know, people are entitled to their sexual proclivities. You know, I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom as far as I'm concerned. You know, but I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
Oh, wahoo. Hey, sorry, mate. Wahoo? Let's watch that again, bro. One more time. See, I love that when people, like, you're saying something and then you're all of a sudden like, yeah, but you know what? Turtles, their shells shouldn't be as hard as they are, you know? Because you can see it switch, bro. You can see it switch. He really cares about crocodiles, bro. The brother cares about crocodiles, but more importantly, he cares about Australians, right? And there's Australians getting killed by crocs. And we've got to stop this. And this is the man that's stopping this. Both episodes have been a little bit crocodile themed. Episode before this, you know, we called up Australia Zoo. That's okay.
I mean, you know, people are entitled
Here's a switch.
to their sexual proclivities. You know, I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom as far as I'm concerned. You know, but I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
So that's what the bro reckons, right? And I've seen this man before. I used to work for a radio station, and he was waiting in the lobby, and he had a hat like this, and he was holding it close to his heart like that. And I was just looking at him, I remember looking at him, thinking about the crocodile video, and just being like, I don't know if the bro's real. So, welcome to the segment Are you real? Will we find out if people are real or not? We're going to give the bro a call. I've got 2 numbers here. This may work, this may not work. And we're going to call Bob Catter, and I'm going to ask him, are you real? All right, let's do this, bro. We'll give him a call, 2 numbers. I'm just going to be straight up with the bro and be like, I've got a podcast. Can we have a chat? So this is the first number. Let's give it a go.
Bob Catter's office, Alana speaking.
Hey there, my name's Marc Cornaz. I've currently got a podcast at the moment called Are You Real? And it's where I just want to quickly ask a couple of questions of Australian legends, just about if they're how they've been a real influence and stuff, and just a quick conversation.
Are you real?
Yeah.
Okay, best way to do this. What is your name again? Sorry.
Marc Cornaz.
Mark. All right. I'll pass it on to the diary manager. But you're better off to follow this up with an email.
Sure.
Okay. And tell them who you are and that you want to have a chat to a real Australian,
Yeah, just real Australian. Yeah, just
And then that way it's an invitation for him to be on a podcast and put it on in the heading so that the people that do the emails will allocate it to his diary manager.
Beautiful. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
Cheers, mate. See ya. Okay, well, that was the first attempt. Let's do the second attempt. Where's this number? Okay. Well, that's good, bro. If we can't get through this time, I will send him an email. And but yeah, we'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm a little bit nervous, hey? Can you see my hand shaking a little bit? Okay.
Hello, you've reached Bob Catter's media phone. Please leave your name and number.
Okay, that was his media phone. That's okay. We're gonna come back to this, bro. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna get Bob Catter on the podcast, okay? We're gonna get Bob Catter on the podcast. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. That's okay. Good things take time, Good things take time. All right, man. We've got a message for the hotline. We've got our first message. Video request. No, not video request. We've got our first video. This is a segment where, guys, you can not call up, but you can leave an audio message or a video message to this email. And I want you to tell me a story or an experience that's happened to you personally, or maybe someone else that's close to you, or just someone, you might have heard on a Reddit story or something. And it's something that's happened that has made you feel like nothing is real, So we're going to listen to one now. It's our first one ever on the podcast, Nothing is Real, with me, Marc Cornaz. Here we go.
Okay, so basically I had a dream when I was 19 where I was really successful. I was standing at a train station. I was going to work. And I see this young boy, and he's just getting absolutely abused. And in my dream, I'm a lawyer. And I go through all these legal proceedings, and I adopt him. He's maybe a 6-year-old then. And I literally live a whole lifetime. I raise him every day. I get up, I get him ready for school. I teach him, I sit him down, teach him morals. I live a whole life. I go to work, I come back. It was really realistic. And then when he's about 12, I was meant to go to work I had a day off, and he had a day off, and I wasn't meant to go to work. And then work called me, and they're like, so sorry, but like, we need you in the office. I was like, no, I have my son. And they're like, yeah, well, just bring your son.
It's a 2-part series, guy, 2 parts.
So now, like, I'm back in the first time ever at the train station where I originally found him with him. And I'm like holding his hand, we're waiting for the train, and I'm just like daydreaming in my dream. And I'm looking off into the distance, like watching the trains. And then all of a sudden, like, there's a character and he's walking in the background, but it glitches and he like moves all the way back and continues to walk. And I just became conscious in my dream. Like, I remembered who I was, but I was still asleep. And I like looked at my son, and like, cause I love my son. So I was like, I grabbed him and I was like, if you're real, like, my name is Yana Perez, you need to find me on Facebook. And I'm spelling out my name. I'm like, Gianna. And he's like screaming. He's like, Mom, what are you talking about? You're scaring me. Like, stop. And I was like, please, like, if you are actually real, you need to find me. And he's like, Mom, no. And then I'm being ripped out of the dream. And I was just getting ripped out, screaming, find me, and watching him cry.
Wow, that's hectic, bro. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for sharing that story, man. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. So, man, I've heard a few kind of similar stories to like this, bro, and like I've had dreams where I feel like I've been in there for like 2 years. Like, you live a whole life. Wow. So you fully had this kid. And yeah, man, that's really common. And that can happen even with like DMT or something like that. If you smoke that, I've heard stories of people, they'll be gone for 20 minutes and they'll come back and they'll be like, I just lived this life for 7 years, bro. I started a swimming school. I started a successful swimming school. And it's just not real. True. Well, do you think... Well, maybe that is your son, bro. That could... You know what I reckon that could have been? That could have been... Because I feel like we live multiple lives. I feel like we're living... Like right now, bro. There could be 100 versions of yourself living somewhere. And I feel like you might have just had like a bit of a crossover for a little bit. And then you're pulled out of it again. Yeah, imagine that. I wonder if you miss your son. Do you miss your son? I hope you can visit. I hope you get to meet him again one day. That would have been hard. That would have been really, really hard. Yeah, dreams are so powerful, bro. Like, you can be in a dream, bro, and it feels real. But that's how crazy it is. My dreams at the moment, man, have just been there's 2 things that keep happening. And it's really intense. And one of them's, I'm stuck at this music festival, this bush stuff. Dane's there. But I can't quite talk to him. It's so annoying. And then I keep dreaming about this one person who's like a big part of my life. And I really care about this person. And I'm having such intense dreams about them, and I really want to tell them about it, but I just don't think it's what they want. And I think it's because I miss this person so much, bro. Like, I miss this person so much. And they're still around. Like, they're still here. But there's things that I need to do, I think, before I can move forward. But it's hard, man. It sucks when you miss someone, bro. Like, when you really, really miss someone, and you just wanna hug them, bro. You just want to tell them how cool you think they are and how special they are. Bro, if you care about someone, man, you know what? If you miss someone, bro, you just tell them. Just tell them, bro. Just be like, I miss you. Why not? What's the harm in letting someone know that you're still thinking about them? Nothing's real. Woohoo. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Nothing Is Real. Episode 2. I'm really excited about this. Make sure to share this, man. Share it, subscribe, like, let your friends know. Thank you for the video send-in, the hotline calls, hotline voice messages and everything like that. I'm excited to get some more out there. And just remember, bro, you're loved, man. You're loved. Even if you don't feel like you're loved, there's someone out there that loves you, man. There's someone watching over you, and there's someone that cares. Alright? Woohoo.